know, it's really hard to see with these glasses on.
Guys, I really don't think we should be here.
Dude, chill out. All right, we gotta do this. And if we can catch that ghost on camera, it'll make for the best Facebook Live video of all time. Oh, sweet. There it is.
Great, you found it. Let's go. Fine. But why does she have to be here?
Oh, well, that's Veronica. She answered my ad on Craigslist, and she's very good at summoning, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, just ask my grandmother.
Your grandmother?
Yeah, she's standing right behind you. Hi, Grammy.
Whoa, dude. Watch the jacket, all right? I gotta look good in this video.
Who are you talking to?
So, man, forget it. Let's just go. Come on. Oh, here it is. His old desk. Let's do this thing.
Now we just need something to attract the spirit to us. Something that he really cared about.
A hot chick.
No, you idiot. Try again. No, not good enough. I got it. Wait. Perfect. All right, let's begin. Play the music.
What? Wait, where's that music coming from?
Chris Nielsen, are you here with us? Speak to us.
What's he saying?
I can't hear. My eyes are closed.
O-M-E, welcome. T-O-2 T-K-T-N.
Live from the Nicholson School of Communications, it's Tonight's the Night. Special guest, Koista Kimlat. And now your host, Chris Nielsen.
It's a big hat. It's funny, right? Well, welcome to our Halloween special, everybody. Thanks for being here. Clearly, it's a Halloween special. Yeah. We have lots of magic and frights in store for tonight, so stick around with us as we jump into the scariest news of the year. It was me the whole time, by the way. A Ukrainian man has officially changed his name to iPhone 7. This seems like a waste because he'll just have to upgrade to a new name next year. Oh dear, Arby's is reportedly trying out venison burgers in select locations. It's said that the burgers will only cost a few bucks. Oh my gosh, we need new writers. Really, guys? Deer, bucks? Okay. Whew. Obviously, tonight is Halloween, and this has truly been an interesting Halloween season. I mean, who would have guessed that CNN would be the hot spot for horror and holiday specials? Look, it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. There it is. Trumpkin. In more horrifying news, Tyler Perry's Boo! A Medea Halloween has remained #1 at the box office for the second week in a row, beating out films with such A-listers as Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, and Ben Affleck. There's no punchline to that. It's just really scary how well the movie's doing. All right, that's it for news. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with a special segment from our visit to Netherworld in Atlanta, so stay tuned.
Today, when you have multiple devices at your fingertips, wouldn't it be great if you could run the software you need on all of them? Well, now you can. UCF Apps is a new and innovative way for you to access the applications that you need to get your coursework done from any PC, Mac, tablet, or smartphone. For more information or to give your input on UCF Apps, go to apps.ucf.edu. What are you waiting for? Start using UCF Apps today.
Lake Claire's Universities of Central Florida's place for relaxation, tranquility, and a good time. Students who crave the outdoors can experience the wonders of Lake Claire and all the benefits it has to offer. Lake Claire offers a wide variety of kayaks, wakeboards, canoes, and much, much more. All of this is free for UCF students and can be rented out every day of the year except for on football game days. Students can take advantage of the wide open spaces and throw around a frisbee with your friends, or attack the ball with our sandy volleyball court. Come by the dock, sit down, and enjoy the beautiful view of Lake Claire's clear blue waters. Located just off the side of Gemini Boulevard and Greek Park Drive, this bubble of nature is one you must check out after finals week. For more information and rentals, visit our website so you can enjoy Lake Claire today.
Today, when you have multiple devices at your fingertips, wouldn't it be great if you could run the software you need on all of them? Well, now you can. UCF Apps is a new and innovative way for you to access the applications that you need to get your coursework done from any PC, Mac, tablet, or smartphone. For more information or to give your input on UCF Apps, go to apps.ucf.edu. What are you waiting for? Start using UCF Apps today.
Welcome back. Netherworld Haunted House has been rated the #1 haunted house in the country by multiple media outlets, and it's located in Atlanta, Georgia. It's my favorite haunted house. So they brought us up to Atlanta to give us a look at what the scariest place on the continent was all about. Take a look.
Hello, everyone. Tonight's the night here at Netherworld.
Looks like I'm gonna be strangled because I don't know where he is.
You don't know. Look at
I don't know where he is. Oh my God.
You lied. Your tongue gets to hide. You stole my formula.
You know what? You smell really good. You smell like a cinnamon.
That is the formula.
This is our 20th year. Netherworld is a massive haunted attraction filled with everything you're afraid of. We got monsters, mutants, crazy creatures, phobias, huge effects. It'll blow your mind. Close to 400 people to work here for the season. On a given night, there's probably about 125 actors, maybe 25 plus support staff as well. So probably about 150 a night will be working here.
Different kinds of scares. Do you ever get rid of them, or do you find new ways to incorporate them into your houses in the future?
Well, we're always changing the show every year because it's a new theme, but more than change, a lot of times we just add additional layers. Old things we repurpose, we reuse. The classics we keep. You know, the Haunted Mansion's perfect the way it is. You know, we want to keep that spinning tunnel always. Certain things we cannot get away from, but some things we've got to replace to make room for new ideas, and every year we do that.
Now, when do you start planning this? Because this is, and how many nights of the year do you actually have these haunts?
We're generally open every single night in October and a couple nights in November and September, about 36 or 37 nights this year of operation.
And when do you start planning?
We're always planning. I mean, we're already planning for what we're going to do next year. The minute the show goes dark, we're going to start tearing out one of the shows and getting it ready for next year. We have a year-round staff that works on it.
So for you guys, this isn't like a Halloween event. This is a year-round event that you guys.
This is our lives here. We'll be in here freezing in the cold of winter, building this haunted house. We'll be sweating in the summer. We're doing it all to blow the minds of our patrons and scare people and have a good time.
I just wanted to check out your skills, you know. I like to watch people while they're doing the grass.
Favorite part about Netherworld so far?
My favorite part was the foam.
What was that like right before it when you? Oh!
The second one was more intense, but that foam caught us at the end, and holy crap. Oh yeah, and I like the spirally, any of the spirally rooms of menacing death and disorientation.
Netherworld is a place made by people who love Halloween and haunted houses, so you should definitely come here. But you know what? You should go to your local haunted house too. Support Halloween, support haunted houses, support all this stuff. Have a great and happy Halloween,
And hopefully we'll see you here at Netherworld.
We had a pretty fantastic and terrifying night at Netherworld, so thank you so much to Netherworld for having us. Speaking of magic, I'm here with Master Magician Kosta Kimlat. Thank you so much for joining us
My
here.
absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, come on, give it up. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, you are a professional magician. Now, when did you decide, hey, like, when did you, the inspiration for becoming a magician?
Yeah, you know, I don't think I ever decided. It kind of took over my life. As a kid, I was obsessed with it. So I was about 12, 13 when I started. I was doing a book report on Harry Houdini, who died on Halloween, 1926.
Nice.
And I was doing a report, just was fascinated with it, saw it on television, started pursuing it, and continued doing it. I've never had a real job. I've been doing this 20 years now.
That's
good.
That's a great job. That's fantastic. Now, have you ever had any hecklers? Have there any been, like, usually that's something for comedians, but do you as a magician, do you get hecklers?
You know, what I've learned is that the secret to it is to not get the hecklers ahead of time, not just how to deal with them, but really what I do is when I'm performing, I read the personality types and I figure out what each person needs. So usually the heckler is someone who needs power and control, or they need to figure you out and be right. And so if I can give them the perception of power or the perception of being right, then that satisfies their urge. And that way they're not liable to scream out. You know, it really, each person needs something different. So by weaving it in, I can make sure there's no hecklers. It's pretty good. It
That's
works
good.
out.
Now, but has like a magic trick ever gone poorly?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Things go wrong all the time because as a magician, you know, you never tell the audience what's going to happen. They never know the ending of the trick. And so when something goes wrong, as long as I don't react and I don't show it, then I can go a different direction. That's one of the nice things about magic. So lots of things have gone wrong. No one knows about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you keep it secret. That's the magic of it all, right?
Yes, yes it
now,
is.
so when you decided that you really wanted to start, you know, pursuing magic and whatnot, did you get, you know, support from your friends and family, your school? Like, you went to UCF, correct?
I did. I went right here. This
Welcome
is so nice.
back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is so nice to be back. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been in Central Florida for 24 years, went to UCF, graduated here, and I always had the support of my family, even though I kind of tortured my mom and my sister so they didn't want to see any more tricks after a while. My dad was always supportive, and they loved what I did. It took a while for them to see that I could really do, you know, a full-time living doing this,
Yeah.
and then they became comfortable. But artistically, they've always supported. You know, we were immigrants from Ukraine. I know you talked about the Ukrainian person
Yes,
earlier,
yeah.
right? So we came here, so my parents have always been supportive and kind of living the American dream, getting to do what I love.
Now, you're not changing your name to iPhone 7 anytime soon,
No,
right?
I think I'm okay.
All right,
Although
yeah.
when I came to America, my name was Kevin for a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. I wanted to really feel like I was an American citizen. So my sister and I, Zhenya and Kostya, we went to Kevin and Jane. And
Really?
so that was my name for a year, and then I went back to my
What
Soviet
made,
roots.
you wanted to go back to it? Just...
Yeah, you know, at first you kind of, when you come to a new country, you want to fit in. You
Right,
know,
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
want to stand out at all, especially as a 9-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And then eventually I realized that uniqueness, that was part of my individuality, and I embraced it.
Yeah, I like the name. Yeah, no, but speaking of being at UCF, we have your thesis here that you made.
Yes.
That's like, yeah, I mean, your parents got to be proud of this. If they didn't think you could sustain,
I think that
like,
was literally from my
this is-
parents.
This is the
Yes,
this is
you
the
can
proof that-
finish.
yeah.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah, so could you tell us a bit about this and like how you tie magic into philosophy and business?
Absolutely, absolutely. So it started off, I was studying philosophy here at UCF and literature, and I started to see the connection between the way philosophers think, the way they approach life, and the way magicians look at things. So, you know, specifically looking at the limits of language and how we perceive the world. And so I had all these thoughts, and while I was going to UCF, I was traveling around the country and I was presenting to business groups, talking about the psychology of magic. And so it's really great because the things that I wrote in that thesis, I know it's still printed up in the Honors College, it's still there,
That's awesome.
sits in the library, and the ideas that are there are still the ones that I talk about with businesses and organizations. And I talk about the role of language, the role of wonder in society, because when you're amazed, when you're astonished, and you see a good magic trick, you're like, it's,
Yeah, I love good magic. That's
that's the critical moment
Yeah.
where it's before language, right? At that point, you're just stunned silent. And even recently, studies have shown that it releases all the right chemicals, it lowers your depression. So the feeling of awe and wonder is really positive for your health as well.
I've seen even like animals react to magic
I've
too.
seen those
So
videos
it's,
too,
yeah, it's a
absolutely.
very like primal thing, magic, I guess. Seeing that and being astonished. Right?
Yeah, when something doesn't make sense, and what's cool with magic is it's usually in a natural setting where if I'm performing for you, you know that I'm not a con man, I'm not a wizard, so it's still safe.
You sure?
So yeah, I don't know, we'll
Okay.
see. I might push the edges, but the idea is that when you watch magic, you're astonished, but you know you're in a safe environment. So you're not like gonna go run and go crazy or give me your life savings, but you can if you want to.
I'm gonna pass.
We'll work on
that.
it. Okay.
I'm good. So what's it like being a business or having a business all surrounding magic? Like that's your life. That's how is that?
Yeah.
How,
you know,
you work with like NASA and even the Orlando Magic, correct?
Absolutely. We've been the magicians for the Orlando Magic since 2010. I've spoken to NASA engineers, the lawyers at NASCAR, GE, so all kinds of corporations all around the country, and I teach them how to think like a magician. So I talk about the psychology of magic, how it relates to interpersonal communication and relationships. And as far as the business side of it, you know, I always thought I was going to be a starving artist. I always kind of accepted that I was going to be a failure and I was going to be happy doing magic tricks for the rest of my life. So I was cool with that. And then when I started doing the business side of it, I realized that the skills to be a great magician and the skills to be a successful magician are two different skill sets. So I started learning about the business side just as much. And so I put in the same amount of effort and learning into the business side so I could know how to market myself, how to negotiate, how to do all these things. And eventually I started doing that for magicians around the country. And at one point we have magicians in 15 states that we're hiring and working with. And so we still do events around the country. And then here in Orlando, I've got a really amazing core team of magicians that work with me. And we do all kinds of business events and social events. So
that's awesome to have that balance between art and business like that. That's
to me, it's crucial.
Yeah.
Because I still got to enjoy, I still got to have fun and play with the magic. But then I know that if I want to, feed my family and survive and have a good living, I still got to be able to treat this as a business.
But you still have that kid inside that still gets to play.
Oh, and I love being fooled. If I can watch a magic trick and be entertained, it's the best feeling in the world. So.
Now, speaking of which, now you were on Penn and Teller Fool Us. What was it like to fool Penn and Teller?
It was unbelievable.
Because he successfully fooled Penn and Teller. Not a lot of people do. He successfully did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was so interesting because it was probably the hardest thing I've ever prepared for. It was so much work and so much effort to get ready, to rehearse, to practice. And I also learned a lot about how you prepare and how you practice. So I learned how to practice my pen brain separately, so I would talk and move.
Yeah.
And then I would practice my teller part of my brain separately. I would practice the sleight of hand without saying anything. And after months of practicing those separately, I was able to merge them together. So it took like 4 months of nonstop rehearsal and preparation to get ready.
You got him.
And then I got him, yeah. It was really crazy. So if you watch the video, you see Penn gets mad, picks up a chair, goes wild, and millions of people saw it.
I loved that. That was so cool to see that you got him there. Now, really quick, could you tell us about your forthcoming book?
Yeah, absolutely. So the book is called Think Like a Magician, and I talk about the principles of perception and how they relate. So whether it's in your personal life or in your professional life, the things that I do as a magician is I approach a group of strangers who I've never met before. I have to pay hyper attention. I have to be aware of their reactions, right? I have to make certain assumptions about them, and I have to read their mind. And this is not psychic stuff. This is literally reading their personalities and seeing how they're reacting to what I'm saying and adjusting along the way.
You're doing it right now, I'm sure. Yes,
yeah,
you
absolutely.
are.
Yeah, you have to. You have to do it in every situation, whether you're on TV or in person. And to me, that's a fascinating thing. It's not the trick, but it's the people. And it's the connection that we have together. That's what makes the performance so interesting.
Awesome, and we're going to get to see that when we come back. Thank you so much, Costa, for being here. Well, we're going to see him perform. So
we'll do some
when
magic.
we come back, get ready for some magic. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everyone. Chef Nicole here at our studio kitchen to tell you about the fantastic new breakthrough in cutlery, the Dyna Blade. This knife is the latest in cutting technology. Also, it's extremely safe to use. Okay, folks. Wow. Yeah, that blade sure does cut. Hey, Jim, where's Jim? I'm losing a lot of blood here, guys. Jim, can we cut, please? I'm really starting to feel woozy.
I love my new Dyna Blade. I can cut through anything. And it's super safe. Oh, I did it. Guys, I cut myself. It's not safe.
She's out, guys. Can somebody call an ambulance, please? And cut to the logo. Oh, God, where's her finger? Oh, God, I'm gonna be sick. I can't find a pulse. I can't find a pulse.
I don't know what's wrong with me, Doc. I think I'm just having an existential issue, maybe. What if I'm a nihilist?
I know just a cure.
Gee, Doc. Anything.
It's called MDPL, multidimensional perspective layering, and it's known to have strong effects on the human psyche. It results in the restoration of confidence and a sense of one's place in the universe.
Oh, man, that sounds like the perfect solution to make me myself again.
Well, here goes nothing.
Side effects of multidimensional perspective layering include, but are not limited to, extreme fits of happiness, loss of agitation, loss of stress, thoughts of world peace, a new sense of connectivity with your fellow man, random acts of kindness.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. With me is magician Kosta Kimlat. Take it away.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
You ready to see something amazing?
I am very ready.
I
yes.
love it, I love it. So, you know, normally my specialty is sleight of hand magic with playing cards.
Right.
Tonight, because it is Halloween, in the spirit of Houdini, you know, after his mother passed away, he went around debunking spiritual mediums and fraudulent psychics, showing that the same tricks that magicians use are the same exact ones that psychics were using to bilk people out of their money.
Really?
So what I wanted to do today is not just to show you some magic, but to also maybe teach you a few things about how some of it is done.
All right, all
So you
right.
kind of get a better appreciation for it. So we'll use a pack of playing cards. Everything I do is with a regular pack of cards. You'll verify that they're all different from each other.
Yes.
Diamonds, clubs, hearts, and spades. We're going to give them just a little bit of a shuffle, get them all mixed up.
Okay.
And what I'd like you to do is reach in and take one out for me, if you
Okay.
would. Grab anyone you want. I won't look at it. I won't look at the monitors. Won't look at the cameras. I want you. You got it? You remember it?
Yes.
And then put it back in anywhere
Okay.
you like. You can slide it back in
There
for
we
me
go.
if you would. And we'll leave it right there. We'll square the whole thing up. Now, you're thinking about it.
Yes.
Maybe some of the people know out there. Did you show it to everybody? They see
Yes,
it? So
yes.
they know, and it's somewhere in the deck. Now, here's the idea. I'm going to place my hand over, and I can move it like this, right? Kind of just move it across.
Right.
I want you to grab my wrist for me, if you
Okay.
would, okay? Perfect. Hold
Yes.
it a little tighter,
Okay.
okay?
All
Well,
right.
the blood has to flow. Just
Oh,
a little
sorry.
bit,
Okay.
So here's the idea. I'm going to move my
All right.
finger like this. I don't want you to say it, but I want you to think about your card for me,
Okay.
if you would, okay?
All right.
And so you see what I'm doing? I'm not even looking at the cards right now. I'm just kind of trying to gauge your reaction.
Yeah.
And notice how you're very loose here.
Yes.
But then you start to tighten up here, right? See? We give away information without even knowing it. We're giving away this information. So I'm kind of focused on this half. Don't try to pull me. Don't
Okay.
push me. Just think about your card and focus on it. And just the minor movements, I'm starting to get a little resistance here.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We're coming down here, somewhere a little close here. Looking maybe at a picture card like a queen or a king, or maybe, yep, looking at a dark card here, looking at the number card, not the 9, not the 6, not. Are you thinking
Yeah,
of
you
the Ace
got
of
it.
Hearts? That's perfect. Good. Good.
I don't know who was moving there. If it was you or me. All right. Yeah, that was awesome.
So that's the question, right? Who's moving? It's kind of
Yeah.
like the Ouija board,
Right,
right?
yeah.
So this is the same thing. And, you know, I'm going to tell you the truth, right? Because normally magicians get paid to lie, right? Lawyers, politicians, they lie to you. I'm telling you that I'm going to tell you the truth.
Thank
right
you.
now, okay?
Thank
yeah,
you.
Absolutely.
Finally, yeah.
So here's how this is done. Okay?
Okay.
This is done in the same way that the Ouija board is done.
Okay.
In the same way that if you ever take a pendulum, you make your own pendulum, you tie a string and a heavy object, and you would move it along, and whether it goes forward or left or right tells you yes or no. People literally, I swear to you, they think that they're talking to the other side, but literally, it's the minor movements of their muscles. Okay,
Really?
that's how it's done. And I've got here a page literally from Wikipedia, and this is known as the idiomotor phenomenon.
Wow, okay, that's a
And
mouthful.
so they write about this, okay, and I'm going to use this key in a moment to show you how it's done, but they write about this in 1914 in the Journal of Philosophy. They write about this 1833. They talk about mysterious oscillations. So you can look this up online. It's called the idiomotor phenomenon, okay? And here's what it is. It's literally such slight, minor muscle movements of my hands that the person doing it isn't even aware that they're doing it. Okay?
Wow.
So with a
okay.
pendulum, you think someone else is talking through you, but you're influencing it yourself. And same thing. In a moment, this key's going to turn all on its own.
All right.
Okay? 200 years ago, I would make you believe it was witches making it move.
Yeah, I'd have to burn you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you would.
so-
And you would believe it.
Yeah.
Right? 100 years ago, turn of the century, I would tell you that it's the mechanism in the machine, because that would be amazing in the 1900s. In the 1960s, I tell you, hey man, it's all one, we're the universe. That's what's making it
All
move,
right,
right?
yeah.
So these are all beautiful lies,
Yeah.
but the truth looks like this. And I'm gonna hold my hand very steady here so we can get a close-up shot of this.
All right.
And I want you all to see this, because what I did was I practiced for years not moving my hand, not moving my muscles, not moving my arms, not visibly moving it.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
You see, the less I talk, the easier it becomes. Yeah, you can see it, and it's literally.
Oh my gosh.
And the truth is that there's no witches, no mechanism. It's simply the tiny motor movements of my muscles making it move, but making it seem as if it's haunted.
That's crazy.
Pretty cool, right?
I cannot do that.
Yes, you can.
I can.
Yes, you can. Anybody can do this. That's the beautiful part about it. Is we think of psychics and mediums as some otherworldly things.
Yeah.
They're using trickery, the same tricks that magicians use. Anybody can do it. But when someone passes away in your life, you're so vulnerable.
Right.
You're in such a bad state that you want to believe. And that's where they take advantage of you, right? And that's why Houdini and so many of us magicians are so against that, because we know the tricks they're using, and we want people to know that they can be strong themselves. They don't need someone else to rely on, you know.
Nice.
So, okay, so with that in mind, in
Yes.
fact, since we talked about how vulnerable people are when someone passes away, we'll take this a little seriously. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah.
I want you to think of someone in your life who has passed away, and it can be a person or an animal. We can make it a little lighter, so it's up to you, a person or an animal.
Animal.
Okay. I want you to think of either the birthday or the day that they passed away.
Okay.
Now, don't tell me anything about them. Don't tell me the name, the type of animal it is. Tell me just, are you thinking of the birthday or the death day?
I'm thinking of the birthday.
The birthday. Okay, excellent. So here's what I'm going to do. I've got here inside a little gift for you, a little envelope, okay? Now, I'll give the camera just a little peek here. You can see it says, "The spirits call upon," okay? And I'll show you, we get a quick little shot. I just want you to see, because later on, I'm going to open up this envelope, and we're going to take it out. So those of you who can see it, it's going to be exactly as it is.
All right.
In fact, so you know we don't switch the envelope or anything like this. I'm going to fold it up. I'm going to have you just sign your name or initials, anything you like on there.
Right.
That way you know that it's yours, and we're going to keep it right there in front of you the whole entire time.
All right, cool, awesome.
Hang on to the pen. Here's what you're going to do.
Awesome. All right.
I'm going to turn around.
Okay.
You're going to write down the month and date that the animal that you're thinking of was born, the birth date. Okay. When you're done, you're going to peel it off. You're going to place the sheet onto the table face down. I'm going to be over there so I can't see. On the next one, write a different date.
Okay.
So month and date. And keep doing that. Let's do 5 total.
5 of them? Okay.
Yep. And then all of them are going to face down. And then let me know when you're done.
All
now,
right. Okay.
as he
All
does
right,
that,
cool. Awesome.
I'm going to step aside here. So this way I can't see, okay? There's no, you can look directly, you can see here, he's doing the writing behind me. I can't see a single thing. And so it's interesting because during Houdini's time, he saw that people had been taking advantage so much, and he wanted people to know that there's tricks to this. And what you're about to see, I'm going to make it as serious as I possibly can, but it is purely a trick. That's what I want you to remember and keep that in mind. How you doing, man? You doing good? You're still...
Yes, yeah, sorry, yeah. One more left.
One more left,
So,
perfect.
okay.
I want to make sure I'm checking in.
Okay.
Okay.
And 5, there we go.
And they're all face down?
Yes, all face
Great.
down.
I want you to mix them up. Just move them around a little bit for me if you would.
All right.
Okay. And now I'm going to turn back around. So now it's pretty fair.
Yes.
Okay. Let me put away these things here, and let's take a look at everything you have drawn. Let's move everything extra out of the way, except that envelope. You're going to hang on to that.
Okay. You want me to hold on to it or just?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Hang
All right.
on to that. So here's the idea. You can keep it. Here's what we have. We have 1021, we have 59, 71, 43, and 1118. Okay. So we have 5 different dates there. Now, since Halloween is the birthday of the spirits,
Yes.
okay, I thought we'd bring the spirits a little treat here.
Oh, well, that's
okay?
nice of you.
We did, absolutely. I brought along some seeds. You know, ghosts love sprinkles. So,
I did not know that.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So here we have. So we're going to give one little candle to each of these dates, okay?
Okay.
So we're assigning each of these to one date. I'm going to light them up and go ahead and sing happy birthday to the spirits with me.
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Come on, studio audience.
Come on, guys.
Day to you.
Happy birthday, dear spirits. Happy birthday to you.
All right, so now we've got it, okay? Now,
Nice, good job,
normally,
guys.
I want you to think that normally we would be in a dark room, right?
Okay.
This would be a seance setting, and you would already have come to me for several sessions, right? Because these psychics were like the first Netflix. They were the first recurring revenue model, right?
Nice, yeah.
They wouldn't have you come in once, they'd have you come back multiple times. And so once you've done this, first time you would think about the person who passed away, the second time you'd come back and maybe you'd write down one of the dates, and this is a test to see if the spirits are here.
Okay.
Because one of these dates is the day that the animal was born.
Yes.
So if the spirits are here, wink, wink, then they're going to let us know, okay? So let's focus in. It's either 11, 4, 10, 5. Blow these out. And I want you to think about which day it is for you. Think about whether it's October, whether it's May, whether it's July, whether it's November, or whether it's April.
Okay.
Now, I don't know anything about this animal, but you'll notice
Oh my gosh.
that the light is back on one of them.
Yes.
And it's back on 11/18.
That is crazy. That is exact. Oh my
That's
gosh.
the correct date. That means the spirit is here.
I guess so.
Right?
That was awesome. Yeah.
So now we take it a step further, right? Because if
Really?
I really
Okay.
wanted to convince you that I had these powers, right? I'd go one step further. So I gave you that envelope before we started. If you would, could you open that up for me, if you would, and remove the card? There's nothing else in there, just that card.
No.
And can you read out loud what it says there?
The spirits call upon.
And then a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
Right? It's just letters. Let's show this to the camera. I want to get a nice close-up shot of this here so you can see that these are all the most random letters possible. We have J, A, O, T, 3, all that stuff. So keep a close eye on this card, and I want you to watch the letters. Watch as the spirits start to do their work.
Oh my God.
And you'll see the letters start to slowly fade. You see all the letters disappear except one letter in the beginning, and that's an H.
Oh, come on.
And you'll notice there's an O. And look at the letters start to disappear until just a few letters are left. And look, it's starting to. The spirits are giving us a message. The spirits are calling upon. The name is Holly. Does the name Holly mean anything?
Yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog.
That's the name of the
yes,
dog.
That's my dog, yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes. The spirits.
The spirits.
The spirits, you know, vodka and rum. Those kind
those
of,
kind of spirits.
yes.
Those are the real spirits, right? Yeah.
And so can you imagine, right, if you were to see this right now, if that were to happen, you would be a believer.
I would, yes.
You would be convinced.
Witchcraft.
It is, it is. That's why I think we have to be careful, because when you watch magic, especially in time of Halloween, we all like to believe in otherworldly things, but magic reminds us that it's a lot of times we're fooled by the simplest of trickery.
That was incredible.
Thank
that
you.
That was awesome. Thank you so much for joining us at Tonight's Tonight.
Thank you.
Our Halloween special.
Thank you.
Costa Kimlat is thank you so much. Next week we have Seuss High and music by Van Chiso. So be safe and have a happy Halloween, everyone. Thank you so much. That was incredible. I saw it's like sparking back up.